today I have a very special guest. We like to bring on great people and people that are doing things in the community. And today I have a young brother in the Washington, D.C. metro area. We call it the DMV. His name is Project MC. Project MC, welcome, welcome, welcome to the Total Entertainment Package. How are you today?
Hello, Tep. How are you? I am doing fine. Blessed to be here. Appreciate you having me. I'm ready to get the show on the road. I'm ready. I'm feeling good.
All right. Well, you know what? A lot of people, they don't know. This is the first time connecting with you. And I said you're a dynamic individual. Now, I know you have some freestyle stuff that you can do. Will you entertain our audience just for a minute before we get into our conversation, if you don't mind, please?
Okay, sure. I got some pieces that I could spit real quick.
You can spit it.
You see, for sure. Let me see what I got. All right, so this piece right here is called For You. It is a piece that I wrote in dedication. The first part to anyone who's went through any kind of difficult trauma in their past, whether it be undergoing certain labels by society, saying you're not good enough, or whatever it is, pretty much having any kind of self-esteem, confidence issues. This piece is dedicated to that, and it's called For You. You see, we all got a story to tell. Stories attached to our legacies, check the mail. And God came to deliver. So what you expected, God corrected and gave you bigger. You see, you more than a bottle of liquor. You're more than a pack of cigar. You're more than a medical condition that been making you sicker. More than a hashtag every time they pull the trigger. You're more than a son neglected. More than daughter beaten, raped while unprotected. You're more than Smith & Wessons. More than juvie corrections. More than tear recessions. You're more than wondering why he died and God didn't take you second. Why she lied and said you got her pregnant. More than friends revealing all your deep confessions. More than AIDS testing. More than labels putting you off in certain sections. More than lost investments. At a loss for words for when your life don't feel like blessings, but all you are is blessings. You live to tell the tale. I go deliver the message. You're more than all your messes. All the times you cry for suicide, but second guess they've been praying for you. Still here, but I stay for you. Life on the line, I would lay it for you. Take the pain for you, side by side, ride or die, gang for you. Praying for you. Matching chains, let it hang for you. And if it dry from the sun, let it rain for you. Go to eat, take a war, lead a bang for you. And that's all for you.
Oh. Give you some hand claps and some finger snaps there, brother. Snapping
Appreciate you, Tap. Appreciate you.
Clap. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you.
How has this stay-at-home order affected your creativity process?
Really, it's actually been somewhat of a blessing in terms of to my creativity process. Because beforehand, I would do so many performances and outside games like that I didn't really have as much time as I wanted to just sit down, create more art like I wanted to. So ever since having to stay at home for this entire time, I've been able to write more. I pay more. I finally got my studio back, so I'm able to make more beats at home, things like that. So in terms of my creativity process, it's really increased it ever since it came on.
Well, that's great. So how old were you when you actually first discovered that you had some talent there and you could captivate people's attention?
I would say it was, I always tell the story. It was my talent show, very first talent show I ever did back in elementary school. I want to say like 8 years old. Me and my friend, good friends even still now, he decided he wanted to rap. He asked me to do it with him. And it's my first time ever having a mic in my hand. Our parents wrote the song that we did. And it's like once I touched that stage, it was our time to perform. It's like something hit me. Ever since then, it was like a new feeling I've never discovered because everyone's cheering our name. All eyes are on us. The lights are bright. The mic is high. The music's blaring. All that good stuff. And it's just like a feeling came over me. And it's like literally ever since then, 8 years in that elementary school talent show, that's when I knew something was in me. And that from there, it was just, the rest is history.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so you're an artist. you're an influencer, you're a poet, entertainer, and you're a college student. Which one of these professions right now captivates you the most at this particular time and moment?
Right now, I would have to say it's being, I have to say it's up and on between being a poet and being a rapper. And I say that even though they're essentially one and the same thing, one is more so with music, one is without. But I think it always just depends on what I'm feeling at that moment. Because with being a rapper, I get to write to music I find or music I create myself, and it's just a captivating feeling. But also being able to just strip away the beats and just leave it completely with just my words, and just being able to discover new things I can do with that. That's a captivating feeling as well. So I have to say, right now, at this particular moment, it's a tie between being a rapper and being a spoken word artist.
So do you find that now that you have more time to stay at home and not get out, do you find that you're more creative in those two areas there now that you have more time to devote to it?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. The piece I had just did for you, that piece I wrote during this whole stay-at-home order. I think it was one of the first pieces I wrote, and really I was able to just dig deep within myself to find something new to say, something to talk about, and really just do different things with words and my wordplay. So really, just being at home is really opening my mind up to delving deeper into myself and pulling things out of me that I didn't even know were there to begin with.
You come from an amazing family. I see your family.
Appreciate you.
I've done work for them, for you all. And how does your family play? What type of role does your family have in your future and what you're doing as far as entertainment is concerned?
My family is by far my biggest support group that I have. Out of everyone I'm connected to that I know, it's my family that pushes me the most, drives me the most, and helps me the most with everything I do. My mother, essentially my manager, stylist. My father is my producer, and my sisters, niece and nephew, brother-in-law, they all support me in everything I'm doing, whether it be my social media posts, my in-person activities and gigs that when I had those, they're always just overall my foundation for everything that I want to do. I always have their full support with it.
Do you perform with any of your family members?
I have in the past. My niece, Demi Monroe, she's like my protege because she wanted to be a rapper as well. So there's been times where I performed with her. There's been times where my nephew would dance in the background for things that I was doing. I even had him on one of my songs prior. So definitely even sometimes on stage, they've helped with the performance aspect as well.
Have you ever had to deal with someone like trying to be a dream stealer, and tell you that, oh, you're not going to be this and you're not going to be able to do this, that, and the other? I can't stand dream stealers. have you ever had any of that come into your life?
Yeah. Dream stealers, it's not often, but it's been, few here and there who didn't necessarily see the vision that I saw. But then again, life is going to be full of dream stealers and dream helpers. So when it comes to those two things, I just, however they come, however God sends them, however they come within my life, it is what it is. I don't take no offense to it. You weren't given the vision that I was given. So I don't expect you to see the vision that I see. If you don't, that's fine. I'm just still make ways to make my vision become reality.
I've seen you perform, and you not only perform for adults, but you perform for children. So your artistry is able to captivate young people as well as older people. Why do you think that is?
I think it's because with me being, of course, so young, I'm only 19, of course, I have that connection with the youth first, right? It's people my age, people who might be younger that as well. But I also have an old soul, if you will. I love a lot of old school kind of things. I do. And then my father, mother and father who have instilled in me certain aspects and beliefs and ideas. So I'm able to have a connection with both the young, my side, as well as the youth and appeal to them because everything I do is so positive. And no matter young, old, in between, everyone in some of those age groups can relate to loving positivity and just loving things that are inspirational. And that's where I have my biggest things at, being positive and being inspirational.
That's amazing. You're a college student.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about college life prior to the pandemic and then college life after the pandemic.
College life prior to the pandemic was literally one of the greatest things I could have ever experienced. I am currently a student at the illustrious oldest HBCU in the state of Maryland, Bowie State University. My major is communications, specifically in broadcast journalism. So that's how my whole radio and television career started coming to play a part. But prior to the pandemic, life was great. I'm a Bulldog ambassador, and so I would be giving tours to new prospective students around the school. I got to meet a lot of different people in that aspect and other aspects in terms of the artists on campus. And life was just great. Now, after the pandemic, things not so much because I was taking mostly hands-on classes. So like my radio and television class, all that, I had to be, you know, in the studio working on set or working at the station, something like that. And then this whole pandemic thing's happening, and now I can't be on campus. So I think that's probably the thing I miss the most. Just being on campus, just be able to feel the energy of people and just connect with different people, whether it be inside the set or the station or outside somewhere else on campus. But I'm managing to pull through. That's the important thing.
You have a television show.
Mm-hmm, for sure, yes.
Tell everybody about your television show. You're one of the area's just top performers there. Tell us about your television show.
So the show that I do, it is called The Mic Check. The premise behind it is to sit down, talk to, and just explore the world of youth talent, whether it be youth artists, youth creators, youth entrepreneurs, or people who have a hands-on direct dealing with youth artists, youth creators, and youth entrepreneurs. It was on DC TV. However, I decided to start, because of the whole pandemic, transforming into a more virtual experience. So now I do it on my Instagram lives. Usually it's once a week. I have a different artist or different guest that comes on. And we just sit down, talk about who they are, what they do, things going on in the world. And then if they're an artist of Store Creative, I let them perform the piece. If they're not, then of course they don't get to perform a piece. But yeah, that's what I do, the mic check on my Instagram once a week that I'm doing it now because of the whole pandemic situation.
And what's your Instagram?
Oh, my Instagram is at I am Project MC, at I am, the word am, Project MC.
Okay. If you had the opportunity to select any artist in the world to appear on your show or your Instagram, who would that be and why?
Dead or alive? Like any
dead or alive?
Dead or, if it had to be someone alive, I would say Kendrick Lamar, simply because Kendrick is my favorite rapper, favorite artist, and I want to just explore some of the methods that he took to his rise to stardom and just really diving deep into his brain on how he's able to do certain things. If it had to be someone who's passed away, I would probably take Michael Jackson or Prince. Maybe more so, I don't know. Yeah, either Michael Jackson or Prince, simply because they're, of course, two icons in music history and history of the world, period. And I just would want to, again, learn how they did things and just gain as much knowledge from them as possible. So yeah, those would be my choices, dead or alive.
Okay, awesome. That's fantastic. Now, I know you have Facebook page also, don't you?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook as well.
Okay, shout that joint out. Let them know.
So, but since we're here, Facebook is Inspirational Rapper Project MC. Inspirational Rapper Project MC is the fan page. Also on YouTube, it's the same thing, Inspirational Rapper Project MC. And on Twitter, it's the same thing as my Instagram, at I am Project MC.
So, Project MC. Your first name is Project, your last name MC. Project MC. In 10 years from now, where do you see yourself at, and what will you be doing 10 years from now?
In 10 years from now, I see myself, what am I now? 20 or 19, so I'll be 29, 30. 10 years from now, I see myself, of course, much more established in what I'm doing. I want to also, in 10 years from now, start playing a role more so in the background, behind the scenes kind of things, whether it be in movies, whether it be in television shows, or whether it just be in other artists' careers. I want to now start being behind the scenes to then push other people to the forefront. And so I can essentially give them a platform, like I do now, give other people a platform to be seen as well. That's the whole premise of my television show, The Mic Check, is to give other people a platform so that they can be seen. Because I've been getting so many platforms for me to be seen as well. I want to definitely be, like I'm saying, behind the scenes in more of a mentoring role. Of course, still performing, still doing what I do, bigger venues, bigger business deals, opportunities. But yeah, I definitely want to start being more so in that forefront and also behind the scenes for other people as well, whether it be touring, whether it be me doing different commercials, sponsorships, things of that sort. I essentially just want to have the brand of Project MC on an even bigger platform, to keep it short.
Well, Project MC, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming on. You're the third interview that we've done. So you're the third installment of the Total Entertainment Package.
Listen, 3 is my favorite number. So I love
Three
the
is
number
your favorite
3. I
number?
appreciate it. Yes,
All
I love
right,
number
well,
3.
I appreciate it because you're taking time out of your day, because you could be spitting some rhymes or creating some rhymes, but you took the time out to come on the Total Entertainment Package to do a brief little interview with me, and I totally enjoyed it. And I hope that our audience out there, I hope that they have liked what they've seen and heard, and that they're going to get in touch with you, because that's the thing that we have to do. We can't just like stuff. We got to embrace it. We've got to get in touch with these people, particularly our young people, and we got to uplift them so they can keep going up, keep moving up. We don't want them going backwards. We want them to keep going up. And that's why we have to continue to have some type of dialogue and just talking to them. I know people today, they just don't talk like they used to. You walk down the street and you say hi to somebody and they look at you like, well, why are you talking to me? But
Right.
That ever happened to you?
But most of the time, that's why I don't say hi first, just because most of the time you'll say hi, try to say hi first, and then they don't speak back. And it's just like, all right, this is why I didn't want to speak in the first place. So that's why I just wait for people to speak to me. But no, I definitely agree that just having more of a dialogue, especially in times like these, just being able to talk more with each other and just build upon communication skills, that's definitely a necessity in this day and age. Yes.
Well, again, I thank you for taking the time out and coming on the Total Entertainment Package. And for those of you out there, if you have a business, if you have someone in your family, if you know somebody that's doing something spectacular, it doesn't matter if they're young or a little bit more mature, contact us at totalentertainmentpackage@gmail.com. That's totalentertainmentpackage@gmail.com. Or you can give us a call. We have a phone number. That's at 202-239-0643. Again, that's 202-239-0643. It's been a pleasure, Project MC, and a privilege. Thank you so very much. Remember, everybody, like, share, and subscribe. Okay? Very important. We love you out there. Stay safe so that when this thing is over, we can all come back bigger and better than ever. Thank you so very much. Peace and blessings.
Appreciate you.